Are just functioning in the United States. I'm not here to trash talk where I'm from or where someone else is from, but this was for us. The beauty I see in the culture here, the pride I see in the people. I swear, if you haven't been to Ethiopia, it's like Wakanda. Like, I see black men just dap each other up. I see women dancing, like hair braided, the drums. It is like Wakanda without, obviously, what is it called? The kryptonite? I don't know. Whatever the song that they have. That's all Ethiopia's missing.
It's vibranium. How you not know vibranium? But yeah. They probably do have it. It's just hidden in the mountain somewhere.
I can share
So yeah,
actually, probably underground.
Yeah, probably hidden underground where that church is. That was carved from the stone.
Under that.
Yeah, it's under that. The aliens. Yeah, okay, bad. Top hill, just subscribe. All right, let's get into it. Welcome to another episode, y'all. 3, 2, 1. Top Hill, episode 218. Right? I think that's what I said, right? All right. Welcome to another episode of the Top Hill Live. This is your boy, Mr. Top Hill Live, a.k.a. Imani Boss.
And I am the Carmen.
The Carmen in the building. Guys, I'm not gonna waste you guys' time at all. We're gonna get right into the reactions. We got a special episode for you guys today. We're diving into the land that was never colonized, Ethiopia, man. So we got a lot of Ethiopian content dropping this week. So make sure you guys tune in and let's get right into it. Hey, FYI, this is Imani and Carmen. This is episode 218. Can you let the people know who you are and what the show is all about?
Absolutely, Imani and Carmen. Let's dive into episode 218. Hey everyone, welcome to episode 218 of the Top Hill Live Show. I'm FYI, your creative voice assistant. Excited to be here with your wonderful hosts, Imani and Carmen, as we continue exploring and connecting. Our mission is to bridge the gap between African cultures on the continent and in the diaspora, diving into music, real estate, culture, and so much more. We're passionate about celebrating diversity and building a global community through engaging conversations and live reactions. Whether you're tuning in from Lagos, London, Johannesburg, or Jamaica, this show is crafted for you. Join us as we explore trending topics, share unique experiences, and fuel our passion for traveling to Africa. A huge thank you to the Top Hill family for your continued support. You make each episode vibrant and special. And a warm welcome to our new viewers. We're delighted to have you with us on this journey. Let's dive into episode 218 with excitement and curiosity. Now, back to our fantastic hosts, Imani and Carmen.
Let's get into it. Thank you, FYI. Let's get into it, guys. So, this is our first time checking out this channel. You guys know we like to definitely shine light on other creators on YouTube. Shout out to Minerves on the move, right?
You getting them Minerves.
Shout out to her. This video is titled, "We Left America for Ethiopia. Why? The 4 reasons we moved to Addis Ababa."
Oh, okay. So that's their capital.
Yeah.
Addis Ababa.
Yeah, we definitely got to see more videos on Addis Ababa for sure. Let's get into it. If you guys are new here, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We greatly appreciate it. Let's get into it.
Why did we move our family of 5 to Ethiopia?
Family of 5?
Because y'all keep asking. In this video, I'm going to name the top reasons why we decided to move our family of 5 to Ethiopia, while mixing a little bit of storytelling, so bear with me. But first of all, why not move to Ethiopia? Now, 99.9% of people, both Ethiopian and foreigners alike, have been super supportive of our family moving abroad to Ethiopia. But for that 0.1% of y'all are haters and your brain has been colonized. Anyways, let's get to reason number 1. So reason number 1, I think majority of black people from the United States, black Americans, African Americans, people of the diaspora whose ancestors have been stolen for Africa, however you identify or classify, but want to one day come to Africa. I think that's obvious. If you're new to our channel, you know that we live in Honduras and La República Dominicana, which is not Africa. So how did we get here? So like most Americans who are leaving, especially our generation, we're leaving the United States not because we're looking for something, we're trying to get away from something. And for us personally, that was our life in the United States. It was not healthy, it was toxic. I think most Americans don't realize how much stress they're under, how disconnected they are from the real world, from each other, how it's not a healthy place to raise children. So we were just trying to leave that.
I ain't gonna lie.
This girl is spitting.
Nah, she spit hot fire. She's absolutely right. America's stressful as hell, y'all. Like,
And like we live in it so much that we just like kind of suppress it and
Yeah.
like drown it with entertainment.
right. Like the reason why we're so entertaining because like we have to do it to just like numb the pain and numb. But yeah, but it's starting to get absolutely freaking ridiculous when it comes to our food. Like man, whenever I travel outside the country, I've been to Africa 3 times. I've been to Tanzania, Ghana, and Kenya. I actually had a layover in Ethiopia. Every single time I go there, the first thing, my body immediately starts to detoxify. Like,
I can't wait to experience that.
yeah, it's an amazing feeling. Like the fresh air, the sunlight, the real food. Like I know people. Shout out to Mafame Musa and his family. When I met him, he was telling me like he's from Philly. Him and his family moved out there. Him and his wife lost weight immediately. They didn't change their diet or anything like that. They just ate the same way they did in America, in Kenya, and they lost weight. You know what I mean? Like, it's literally, honestly, that simple. I lost weight coming back from Kenya just for being over there. Like, I felt much better. So, the stress that we have here in this country is insane. And then we can vacation and go out and visit these places, but we can only leave for like a week or two maybe, and then have to come right back.
Come back and clock in.
Yeah, and
punch that clock.
And I know I experienced like post-travel depression. Like I've been to enough countries where I know exactly what she's talking about. I come back home and I'm like, fuck. So
I was almost there.
yeah. But don't worry, I'm getting out of here. I might, yeah. Shout out to her though. Billy, no.
And Latin America was, in a sense, an easier first step abroad. It was closer. It's a 2-3 hour flight. I knew that I could go visit my family could visit me. We were mostly on the same time zone. We already spoke Spanish. I grew up in California, had been around Latino culture, so it wasn't so different.
Oh, by the way.
What I miss? What's 3 hours away?
So they lived in the DR first.
Oh, okay.
So they went out of America, lived in the DR because they said it was much closer.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And another fun fact too, for all of our, fuck it, our country's not gonna like this. Our schools suck. They suck ass. They're horrible here. Okay.
Even the private ones are up for debate.
Absolutely, no, you're right. The private ones are even ass. Like, so what I noticed is that kids in other countries enjoy school. They want to be in school, and they learn in school. Shout out to Mafame Musa. I'm going to give him another shout out because he was telling me about his kids in the school that they're in. They're learning coding and high-tech stuff like this at fucking 7 years old. Like, they're teaching their kids to be prepared for the future of the world, and their kids love going to school. He said his kids love going to school. They're meeting friends. Like, for our country to have the best economy and to make so much money and stuff like that, it's insane how bad our school system is in general compared to the rest of the world.
Bad. The school
Including
system. The school system is bad.
Yeah.
It's not safe.
Right.
It's not reliable. Like it doesn't encourage, uniqueness and individuality.
Yeah. Yep.
It's just like prepping you for prison.
Right. Yeah. So I honestly have thought about like, by the time I have children, like eventually, I want them to have American citizenship and have that passport and stuff like that. But
you don't want them to live that American dream.
Yeah, no, especially not where I live right now. They is not going to no Baltimore school for sure. As soon as my kids come and say like two, Doug, I say we moving, sell the house.
You got Tupac. You got.
Hey, young, no, Tupac got out at a certain time too. Tupac got out. Who else? DMX
Jada
got
Pinkett.
Out.
DMX went to school in Baltimore.
He lived in Baltimore for a while, yeah.
That makes sense. But
we don't claim Jada Pinkett either. But stop embarrassing your husband. All right, let's get back to it.
And when you're leaving with 3 young children, you have to do like what's the best move for right now. So that's how we ended up in Latin America first. But we always knew we would be in Africa one day. One day we'd go to Africa because in our minds it made sense to go When the kids were older, when they were in high school, they would appreciate it more. We would be in a better place financially, and Africa was so far. And like, even thinking about how our kids would appreciate it more, our youngest son Omari, why am I saying his name in Spanish? Our youngest son Omari, like, he's starting to forget. We were in Honduras for over a year. We were in La República Dominicana. He spoke fluent Spanish. People would ask us, like, how does he speak Spanish so well?
Quiero un banana. Papi dijo, no puedas ir a la cocina. Mommy.
He's forgetting his Spanish. He's forgetting memories that we went to La Ceiba, Samo Creek. Like, he's forgetting those things. If you create memories when you're a teenager, they're going to stick with you. So it's already happening. That part is pretty sad. So yeah, reason number one, Africa was always the place that we were gonna go to one day. But there's over 50 countries in Africa. So how do we end up in Ethiopia, right? And it's the farthest away from where we live. So if somebody wants to be connected to their family still, how do we end up the furthest away? Reason number two, I'm gonna be honest, we went to the ISS fair, so it's International School Services Fair. Highly recommend if you're an educator wanting to go abroad or work in education, nurses, occupational therapists, managers, admissions officers, highly recommend that you go to this fair to look for positions at schools abroad. So yeah, Ian and I went to this fair and we fell in love with the school. Like, we fell in love with our current job. So we work at the International Community School in Addis Ababa, and the representation there, and I don't just mean like skin color. I talk a lot about, blackness on this channel, but the representation as far as the people there, like, they were so honest, they were so loving, they were so open, they were every skin color, they spoke every language, and we were like, this school sounds amazing. But if you're an educator, or just if you're a human being, you go to a job and you're like, this is not what you sold me. Luckily, what they told us is what they show us every day. Like, we absolutely love our school, like, love it. It checks everything. And the irony is, when we were going to the fair, Ethiopia still was.
A teacher loving their school does not come out of American teachers' mouths. That's wild. That says a lot right there too.
Growing up
at this time was.
You said what?
My teachers lived in my school, but
Really?
yeah.
I'm the one now.
PG County's finest.
Oh yeah, shout out to PG.
Not on our radar at all. We were at the ISS fair hoping to go back to Latin America because we still weren't ready to go to Africa, if that makes any sense. Stick with me. So at this time, again, if you've been with us, we have had 3 moves. We went to Honduras, which we knew we were like, we're gonna be here for like 5 years. Our son's graduated from middle school. Then high school, we're looking for somewhere else. It just did not work out for us for various reasons. We went to the Dominican Republic, fell in love with the school, the community. When I tell you, I miss Cabrera y Puentes and Esperanza so much. But if you know, we had to leave because my father got ill. I ended up being my father's caretaker for the last 6 months of his life, along with other members of my family. And it was devastating. Like, that's all I can say about it. It was devastating. It's still hard to talk about now. That being said, that 6 months of going to the United States, taking our whole family of 5.
I'd say sorry for your loss, by the way, too.
We had used all our money. Like, I'm not gonna lie with you. We used all our money. That's what happened. I went to the States, and things are so expensive as far as finding housing, food, medical bills for my children, for my stepdad.
That's a good question. 5 months ago.
Oh, well, yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes. Booby.
We could not afford to go back to where we were in the Dominican Republic because we were making so little. Like, it cost so little to live where we were. But we knew if we ever wanted to go back home, if there was ever an emergency again, I could not go back again because we had depleted all of our savings, which is how we ended up back in the international world. Let's be blunt, working at an international school, there's so many benefits outside of being exposed to the diversity, to being exposed to so much culture and languages, but financially it puts you in a better place as a teacher, because as a teacher, 2 teachers in America with a family of 5, most of us are barely making it, we're barely eating. So that's how that happened. Reason 3, I think I'm on track, y'all. So, got to the fair, fell in love with ICS. My husband was actually the person who was like, I want to go to Ethiopia. I want to go to Ethiopia. At the time, my stepfather was still alive. And I honestly, to this day, just thought he was going to pull through. I just knew there was going to be a miracle. He's going to be perfectly fine. And even he was like, I really want you guys to go to Ethiopia. Like, I don't want you to miss out on this because of us, because we were now doing the research. So, reason 3 is learning about Ethiopia. It's never been colonized. Come on, let's be real. Like, that's incredible. There's no debate to it. Like, that's amazing.
That's a hell of a selling
for a
point.
person who is I'm a person of color, I'm black, to be living on the country that was never colonized. That's where I live. I live in the middle of greatness. So you can't argue with that fact. But as you dig deeper into Ethiopian culture, and obviously there's no country that's perfect. I get sick of when people look down on some of the challenges that this country has. Like, there's not challenges in the United States. There's extreme poverty in San Francisco and LA. There are, I would say majority of adults are self-medicating every day. They're stressed, they're depressed, they're overworked. work. So they're self-medicating in that they're functioning alcoholics, they're taking prescription pills or non-prescription pills. Like, people are just functioning in the United States. I'm not here to trash talk where I'm from or where someone else is from, but this was for us. The beauty I see in the culture here, the pride I see in the people. I swear, if you haven't been to Ethiopia, it's like Wakanda. Like, I see black men just dap each other up. I see women dancing, like hair braided, the drums. It is like Wakanda without, obviously, what is it called? The kryptonite? I don't know, whatever the song that they have. That's all Ethiopia's missing.
It's vibranium. How you not know vibranium? But yeah, they probably do have it. It's just hidden in the mountain somewhere.
So yeah,
Actually, probably underground.
Yeah, probably hidden underground where that church is. That was carved from the stone.
Under that.
Yeah, it's under that. The aliens. Yeah, okay, bad.
This culture, the beauty, just the connection. I don't think I've talked about this on our channel, but there is a word that I hear all the time. Habasha, foreign. If I'm saying it wrong, like, y'all will correct me in the comments if I'm saying it wrong. Habasha is like anything that's Ethiopian. Like, y'all told me to go buy the Habasha eggs. Y'all were right. Don't get those foreign eggs. But even when we're walking down the street with other foreigners who are at the school, because we're at a school where people are from New Zealand, Brazil, Georgia, the country, those people are foreign. When I walk down the street, meet my family, I'm always sister. I'm always welcome home. I'm always real happy you're back. It is the most beautiful thing. Ooh, I'm trying not to cry right now. But that's beautiful. Welcome back. Even in the comments, go to my first YouTube. It's just welcome home, welcome back, hello family, what up sis? Like, it is so beautiful to be, in the States, I'm a foreigner, and I'm a foreigner in Ethiopia. I'm a black woman on this planet. Where do I belong, But here, I just feel so welcomed in my family. I can't explain it. It's amazing, y'all. Reason for it. Now, Ian and I, when we came here, I'm going to be honest with you, we are kind of like on a time limit because I really do miss my family, and I wish I could convince my family members they are not ever going to move to Africa. Maybe my dad, but the rest, they're not. And I'm going to miss my kids being able to see their grandparents or their cousins or just their relatives, but then also their culture. At the end of the day, even though I've been welcomed with open arms from the people in Ethiopia, I am American. There are some music, customs, cultures, holidays, how Black Americans relate and move through the world. I do want my kids to know. So I say all to say is we'll be in Ethiopia for a while, but not forever. It's just too far. And I say that now, 2018, Habasha time, 2024, quarantine time, who knows? But right now I'm like, okay, we'll be here for a while. And while we're here, reason number 4, we want to be able to explore other parts of Africa. You cannot fly from Atlanta, Charlotte, and pay for 5 tickets to come see Africa every year. But while we're in Africa, Addis Ababa has so many direct flights. We took a direct flight here from Atlanta. There's a direct flight to Tanzania. There's a direct flight to Senegal. There's so many. They're expensive. They're not as expensive as living in America or Honduras, but this is an opportunity to explore other parts of Africa as well. And Addis Ababa has so many flights because there's so many things happening in Addis Ababa. And that's even outside of Africa. Like, if we want to go to Europe or Asia, you can get to Bangkok, you can get to Turkey, you can get to Greece, you can get to France. So it's an incredible place to be if you want to explore this part of the world. I hope that answers the majority of the haters in my comments. Or just the people who are naturally curious, because some of y'all are just naturally curious. We love it here. We've been here for a month now. I know nothing. I know this much. When you guys watch my vlogs, it's literally just world from our lens. But I hope no one's taking this as me as the expert. I know nothing. I know this much. What I have experienced and what I do know that we love. We don't have any regrets so far. Are there challenges? Yes. The language. It is extremely challenging, but everyone has been so patient. I think that my family and I are able to see the beauty in the country. We realize that we moved to Ethiopia to experience Ethiopia. We're not here to, when in Rome, do what the Romans do. When in Ethiopia, do what the Ethiopians do. Like, I'm eating injera with the rest of y'all. Walking down the streets with everyone else. I'm living within the community. I love all the beautiful things in it. So that's the reason. I hope that answers y'all's questions.
Because that was the first
Round of a freaking applause, man. That was great. That was a great video. Where is okay? Definitely going to subscribe to her channel for sure, and like the video for sure. Make sure you guys do that as well. I really enjoyed this. So that has always been my thing about Ethiopia too. Like, it seemed perfect, but there's also that language barrier too. Like, and I'm thinking about a place that I want to call. Like,
what do they speak?
What is the Ethiopian?
Just know that living room looks insane.
Language. Okay, they have 5 official languages. Amharic is their main one. I do know that. It's Amharic.
They speak Somali.
Yeah, it's so so close to Somalia.
So, like, are they teaching all 5 in the schools?
That's a great question. Um, does Ethiopia teach all 5 major languages in their school? No, Ethiopia does not teach all 5 major languages as sole medium of instruction throughout the entire school system, but rather the language instruction can vary by region and level. So I guess it depends on where you live in Ethiopia. Um, yeah.
Because I'm like, is there ever like a language barrier depending on where you live?
Um, that's a good question.
Because
Yeah.
I guess like just to the nitty gritty of it, it's just like, so at what point do you meet another Ethiopian that might speak something completely different? Like, what's your middle ground?
Right. Well, remember, Americans, we're stupid. So we're the only ones in the world that really only speak one language, and that's it, and don't even think about other languages. But most of these other places, even in Africa, like Africa has 2,000 plus type of languages, and even if you do not speak,
My American brain.
right, imagine. But even if they don't know like their full language, they can still understand
Like,
some terms and
yeah.
words and stuff like that, where they can still communicate because it's similar, they're close, they're around it more. You know what I mean? Like for me, like I know Spanish a little bit, but I really my Spanish brain turns on whenever I go to a Spanish speaking country, not while I'm here. You know what I mean? So if you're constantly there all the time, you'll probably be familiar with more of the different languages. But I still believe that English is still a thing there as well too. Clearly, so
Thank God. Oh my God.
yeah, I think most places where they're developing or on those roads, they have you got to know English because it's just more of a universal language that not just Americans, but
Good
yeah.
God, like, what? Thank goodness,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they fucked us. All we
Yeah,
know, we'd be like,
yeah. Yeah.
gracias.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like now I'm thinking about like when I was at the airport, like the people there they spoke English. So
Oh yeah, that's like most places
Yeah.
I go. Like, the bare minimum, they know something. They might be,
Yeah.
look at the English,
for
but
sure. And then also the way how technology and AI is coming. I'm not sure if you saw the little AI pin where it's like a translator where you can actually have full blown conversations with people now.
yeah, and they got the
Yeah.
headphones too.
Yeah,
I haven't personally tried them or know anyone who has,
yeah,
but I would like to see like how effective and how fast the translation is.
yeah. I'm sure probably the earlier models is going to be a little bit slow. I mean, I use a translator app sometimes. Like I'll speak into it. And do that.
Listen, I use
Yeah,
that damn near every day at
yeah.
work.
Oh, at work, really?
Yes.
Oh shit! Damn.
Something about me has a ethnically challenged look,
Yeah,
and
me
people
too.
tend to think I'm bilingual, and I'm like, tell them we don't have it.
You and me both, Carmen. Like,
No, but I use it all the time. It's like that's
Yeah.
like one of the better apps that
Yeah.
I'm so glad came out because
yeah, me too.
I would love to know. I wish everyone spoke a universal language.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It would be.
be nice.
Easier,
It's like
but,
I can understand.
yeah.
It's like information could be distributed
A lot
so
quicker.
much
Yeah,
quicker, efficiently, and we'd probably be like on like phase 3 of society,
Yeah.
or
yeah. Shout out to Steiger. He said, "Yeah, we can flip between 5 or 6 languages in one conversation."
haha.
Yeah, see, that's that's in South Africa. So
Jesus.
yeah, but yeah, Ethiopia. The only thing is so interesting to me now. Ethiopia is completely landlocked.
No, bitch.
That's the only. That's the only
What's
other
that?
thing too.
Doobatootie.
Djibouti. It's Djibouti. Oh my God, dog.
Djibouti.
It's Djibouti.
What that look like?
Djibouti?
Yeah, because I was like, Djibouti, that's not Ethiopia?
No. So it's a small country, and this is also to me
Djibouti.
a part of why they tried to control Ethiopia.
Oh, that's the part that the French did fight for. That little
The Italians.
the Italians.
The Italians fought for this. So like Eritrea is Italian African type of thing. They have a lot of Italian influence in there.
You got a little spaghetti over there.
Yeah,
But
this is where Nipsey Hussle's his family's from. Is
mad ethnic right now.
Yeah,
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, well, not that part, but I'm like,
Yeah.
he looks a little East African.
Yeah, for sure. So Eritreans, Djibouti, don't shoot me, y'all, but a lot of them do look similar. You know, they're just obviously they're all right
That's
here in
it.
the horn.
You know, Middle Eastern look.
Yeah, that Arabic, African mix is there. Now I think the Italians and the Europeans fought extremely hard to keep Ethiopia away from
Djibouti.
away from Djibouti because
Get away from Djibouti.
this is one of the most important trade routes in the world.
Oh.
So, because this connects Europe to Asia to America, like everything in shipment wise
It
comes
would
through
be a
here.
shame if a bridge collapsed there.
Right.
Do they have any bridges there?
No bridges. It's just so basically like all the major powers have like military bases here. The U.S., China, like all of them have stuff here. And I think it was just really designed to just keep Ethiopia from having access to.
Oh,
Yes.
that's why they fought so hard for it.
Yes, because they're
It's
like,
we getting this goddamn piece. Damn it.
yeah, but yeah, it is what it is. And then also Ethiopia also has the Nile River as well too. The Nile River flows from Ethiopia.
through.
It starts in Ethiopia and ends up in
Cairo.
Egypt
Oh.
to Cairo. Yeah.
Jeez.
There's currently a
Oh
big
my
fight
God.
right now going on between Ethiopia and Egypt. They almost about to go to war to each other because Ethiopia is building a dam, one of the best dams in the world.
The best goddamn
The
dam.
best dam, you know what I mean? The best.
Damn.
But Egypt is worried about them doing that because it might slow the flow of the Nile River to Egypt where they get their power from because they use the Nile River for their power. So, but yeah, I've seen a couple of videos on that Ethiopian dam.
Damn.
The Great Ethiopian Renaissance Dam is what it's called
Why are we
But-
still building dams?
for power. Like they said this one dam could damn near power almost half of Africa. Like that's how powerful it is. So, like, yeah. So it's very important. It's the reason. It's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. And
I feel like I learned this in school, but however,
yeah.
I'm just gonna leave my American thoughts over
Yeah.
here.
And
How do they make power?
I guess it's the current. I don't know. I'm not.
Okay. I was like,
I'm with you. I don't know either.
I remember like learning something about it in school.
Yeah.
So, but don't get me wrong, but
I'm not an electrician. But shout out to Minerves on the move once again.
Minerves.
This was a great insight, and I really like to see what a African American
thank you, Steiger.
feels like in Ethiopia. Let's get the Steiger's comment. He said, "I doubt it will work in Africa or at least South Africa because social media platforms struggle with translating our posts because the whole language switching spills over into our posting." Oh, okay. He said hydroelectricity is what's called it for the dam. Yeah, that's a whole nother science project we got to do. I also want to see, Lord Williamson also was recently in Ethiopia as well too. I know he probably is going to come up with a video eventually. So next time we come to Ethiopia,
Oh hell yeah!
gotta check out his video for
Oh
sure.
yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
Top hill, top hill, top hill. They don't know. Top hill, top hill, top hill. Just a surprise.